So, hello everyone. My name is Harsh Masne. My SAP ID is 600011980004. Today I am going to present my 7th DLIC practical, that is design of an Smith trigger, and we see some of its application using op-amp. So here I am going to use the LT Spice to design my circuits. So let's start. So here first we will say what is Smith trigger. So when a op-amp is operated in the open loop configuration where feedback is not present, as we seen in the basic comparator circuit, a very large open loop gain of an op-amp will cause the smallest of noise voltage to trigger the output. So this problem will seen as zero crossing detector. So when there is a noise, unnecessary switching between the high and low states occur. So to eliminate this, we use a Smith trigger which provides a positive feedback. So due to this, it adds a hysteresis to the input and output, the transition threshold voltages. So there are two different threshold voltage level. One is a rising and other is a falling edge. So Smith trigger can be inverting configuration or in non-inverting configuration. So here we are going to design a inverting Smith trigger. So for this we'll apply input signal to the inverting terminal of an op-amp. So the output produced will be a opposite polarity. This output will feed back to the non-inverting terminal of an op-amp when Vin is slightly greater than Vref, which is nothing but plus Vsat, my op-amp output goes into the minus Vsat, and if my Vin is slightly less than Vref, minus Vref, which is a minus Vsat, my op-amp output will go to the plus Vsat. So hence at the output of op-amp we get either positive or negative saturation voltages, and the input voltage at which this state changes can be controlled by using R1 and R2 resistors. So here the two threshold voltage are the upper threshold voltage, which will be calculated as R2 upon R1 plus R2 into Vsat. Here the R2 upon R1 plus R2 is nothing but my beta, and similarly we can also calculate the lower threshold voltage. So similarly my beta R2 upon R1 plus R2 into minus Vsat. So let's see the calculation for it. So this is so I am taking R1 as a 10 kilo ohm and R2 is equal to 5.1 kilo ohm, and my beta will be 0.3. So my Vt, the threshold voltages, the upper and lower, will be plus minus 5 volts. So let's see the circuit on LT Spice. So this is my circuit. Here the Vt plus minus 5 volts, and I'm giving the input as 12 volts peak to peak. So the R1 and R2 as seen. So my beta becomes 0.3. So when the input signal crosses this threshold voltages, accordingly my output changes to plus Vsat to minus Vsat. So let's simulate it and see the outputs. So this is my input, and you can see this is my output. So when the Vin is greater than the reference voltage, my output will go to the minus Vsat, and when my Vin is less than the Vref, the positive Vref, my output swings to the positive plus Vsat. So in this fashion we'll get a square waves at the output. So you can see also it is in the inverting mode. So when my positive cycle comes, my op-amp output goes into the negative minus Vsat, and when my negative cycles comes, my op-amp goes into the plus Vsat. So now we'll see some of its application. So first application is with using of Smith trigger we can generate a stable multivibrator. So a stable multivibrator is an oscillator circuit which generates a rectangular or the square wave output waveform using the RC time network. So here in astable multivibrator has two states, neither of which are stable, as it is constantly switching between these two states with the time duration. So this time duration can be controlled by charging or discharging of the capacitor through the resistor R. So the when the capacitor is charging at plus Vsat, for the positive supply, my output will be at plus Vsat, and as soon as the capacitor charging voltage at the op-amp's inverting terminal is equal or greater than the voltage at the non-inverting terminal, my output will change state and it will go into the minus Vsat. So as you can see, when my capacitor is charging, my output will go to plus Vsat, and when my capacitor is discharging, my output will go to the minus Vsat. So in this fashion, we'll get a square wave or a rectangular waves at the output. So let's see the calculation for it. So here we will generate a 1 kilohertz of frequency at the output. So I have taken R is equal to 1.16 by R2 times the R2. So my time period becomes T is equal to 2 into RC. So my output frequency will be 1 by 2 RC. So now so I am choosing R2 as 10 kilo ohm, then my R1 becomes 11.6 kilo ohm, and now I am taking C as a 0.05 microfarad. So my R becomes 10 kilo. So here my R2 will be 10 kilo, R1 will be 11.6 kilo, and R will be 10 kilo. So my C will be 0.05 microfarad. And now let's design the circuit on a LT Spice. So here is my circuit. Here my beta is 0.5, and my VC, which is a capacitor voltage, will be plus minus 7 volt, and the VSAT similarly plus minus 14 the VSATs, and here my time period is 1 millisecond, which is equal to the 1 kilohertz frequency. So now let's see the output for it. So here my Vin, which is the sawtooth, charging and discharging of the capacitors, and my output will be the square waves. So as you can see, when my capacitor is charging, my op-amp output will go into the plus Vsat, and when my capacitor is discharging, the op-amp output goes into the minus Vsat. This charging and discharging time depends on the components. As we see in the R and C, I have taken 10 kilo ohm and 0.05 microfarad. So in this fashion, we can generate a square waves by the stable multivibrator configuration. So now we'll move to the next application, that is to generate a ramp or a triangular waveforms. So for this, here my first stage will be the stable multivibrator, and its output will be square waves. So now this square wave voltage, which is a plus minus 14 volt, I am going to clamp it with the help of the Zener diode. So here I am using Zener diodes for 4.7 breakdown voltage. So my output V out 1 will be plus minus 5.3 volts. So now here the next stage will be my practical integrator circuit. As we all know, when we provide a square waves to the practical integrator circuit, we get a triangular waveform. So in this fashion, we can get the triangular waveform. So let's simulate this and see on the LT Spice. So this is my circuit. Here my VO will be the plus minus Vsat, which is a 14 volts. Then I will clamp it to the plus minus 5.3 volt. Here the frequency is the same, 1 kilohertz, and the integrator circuit. So let's simulate this. and see the output. So we are getting the or not. So here my Vout will be the saturation voltage. Vout I am clamping to 5.3 volts plus minus, and then at the output I get a triangular waveform. This triangular waveform has very less amplitude as I am providing the higher frequency. So in this fashion I will get the triangular waveform. So as you can see, so now we'll move to the next application, that is the sawtooth generator. So with the help of this mid trigger we can also generate a sawtooth where the same the first we provide the first stage will be my this mid trigger, then I will use the Zener diodes to clamp it to the plus minus 5.3 volt, and then I am using a ideal integrator circuit. But here at the non-inverting terminal I am using a potentiometer. So here the with the help of this potentiometer I can adjust the voltage at this in non-inverting terminal between the plus VCC and minus VCC. So my plus VCC is 15 and my V is minus 15 volt. So with the help of this I can change the duty cycle of the comparator output. So as we all know, the comparator output is the square wave. So I will change the T on and T off time of it. So with the help of this potentiometer, as I am changing the T on and T off time, so at output I can get a sawtooth waveforms. So let's see this circuit on the LT Spice. So here this is my circuit. Vo is equal to plus minus the saturation voltage. Vout I am clipping to plus minus 5.3 volt. Then I am using the integrator, and this is my potentiometer. So let's simulate this. So here my Vo, here the T off time is greater than the T on. With the help of this potentiometer we can change it. My Vout will be the clipped waves plus minus 5.3 volt, and my Vout will be the sawtooths. So in this fashion we can generate a sawtooth. We can also change the T on and T off time. So let's change it. So I am taking now here the 4 kilo ohms. Okay, so now let's see the output. So here we'll go to the Vo. So here I am, as you can see, I have increased the T off time much greater than the earlier one. So here the Vout one clipped the wave, and the output I get the sawtooth waveform. So in this fashion we can also use the Schmitt trigger to generate the sawtooth waveform. So this is the end of the 7th experiment. So thanks for watching.